Imagine the shock: a paternity test shows your husband isn't the father. Now picture the impossible twist when further tests revealed the child wasn't biologically yours either, a bizarre, reality-bending nightmare. Living with that kind of profound breach of trust perhaps readied me for the horrifying moment I caught my own father with my best friend. It started subtly, or maybe I just didn't want to see it. My husband, the man I loved since college, the handsome, kind man who was my world, started acting different. He became cold, distant. There was a constant suspicion in his eyes that I couldn't understand. He kept demanding to see my phone, his voice tight with an unnamed accusation. I showed him at first, confused, hurt, but eventually I told him no, not unless he explained this sudden lack of trust. Why this wall between us? Our marriage felt like it was cracking. He grew distant with our daughter too, our little girl who was the center of our lives. He'd spend hours locked in his office. I felt this growing anxiety, this knot of fear in my stomach. What was happening? Was it me? Was he having an affair? Then one morning the dam broke. He confronted me, his face a mask of anger and pain. He'd done a paternity test. He said he got the idea after noticing our daughter's brown eyes. We both have blue. He'd read something online, fallen down some rabbit hole of doubt and fear about infidelity. The test came back negative. He spat the words out, accusing me of cheating, of living a lie. He told me to get out. I was stunned, crying, denying. I had never ever cheated. He was the only man I'd been with since we decided to build a family. There was no other possibility. But he wouldn't listen. He was lost in his own hurt, his own fear, fueled by stories he'd read about men losing everything in a divorce. He locked me out of our bedrooms. I spent the night scared, huddled in my daughter's room, feeling utterly powerless and confused. I couldn't let this destroy us. I loved him, I loved our family. I researched frantically, made a list of other tests, possibilities. Maybe the lab made a mistake. He eventually agreed, still cold, still distant, but willing to take another step. He did reassure me he loved our daughter no matter what. That helped a little. But the second test came back the same, negative. He wasn't her biological father. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, we pursued more tests, blood tests this time, even consulting specialists. And then came the blow that knocked the wind out of me, out of both of us. The tests revealed the impossible: our precious daughter wasn't biologically mine either. The floor disappeared beneath me. How could this happen? We weren't dealing with infidelity, we were dealing with something unthinkable. A hospital mix-up, switched at birth. My mind couldn't grasp it. My husband's anger shifted, replaced by a shared shock, a shared terror. Suddenly, we were a team again, united against this external nightmare, this profound breach of everything we thought was real. We got a lawyer. We started investigating the hospital where I gave birth. We had to keep it quiet, protect our daughter from these adult secrets, this horrifying truth. The anxiety didn't leave, though. It changed shape. Now it was fear for our daughter, fear for the biological child out there somewhere, fear of what this discovery would do to our family. We were navigating a minefield of lies, not ours, but ones forced upon us. Learning to live with such a deep, unsettling secret, trying to maintain communication when everything felt fragile, it changed me. It made me hyper-aware of hidden truths, of the potential for betrayal lurking beneath the surface of everyday life. It was a constant state of uncertainty, a heavy weight I carried every day. Maybe that's why the next blow hit so hard, yet felt strangely almost expected in its capacity to inflict pain. It happened during a visit back home. I was already feeling raw, vulnerable from everything with the paternity tests and the ongoing investigation. I went looking for my dad, wanting some comfort, some sense of normalcy. Instead, I walked into a scene that shattered what little peace I had left. I saw him, my father, with my best friend. My ride-or-die bestie, the one I thought had my back no matter what. The shock was electric, paralyzing. It wasn't just infidelity, it felt like a deeper betrayal, hitting me on so many levels. My father, the man who was supposed to protect me. My friend, the woman I shared everything with. The secrets, the lies, it was overwhelming. The disgust, the shame, the heartbreak washed over me. It felt like the ground crumbling all over again, just like when the test results came back. How could they be so selfish? How could they inflict this hurt? I don't even remember how I reacted at that moment. Did I scream? Did I run? It's a blur of pain and confusion. The aftermath was isolating. Who could I tell? My husband was dealing with our own monumental crisis. Telling him felt like adding another unbearable burdens. Telling anyone else felt like exposing my family's dirty laundry, my own shame. So the secret festered inside me, another heavy stone added to the pile. My relationship with my father is strained, filled with unspoken words and resentment. My friendship is gone, replaced by a gaping wound. It's a constant struggle navigating these broken pieces. Sometimes I feel so angry, other times just incredibly sad and lonely. We are still searching for answers about our daughter, about my biological child. That investigation continues, a constant source of stress and anxiety. And the betrayal by my father and friend. That's another layer of trauma I'm still trying to process. There are so many unresolved questions, so much pain left to unpack. The consequences of these secrets and actions ripple through all our lives, leaving scars that may never fully heal. It makes you question everything about trust, loyalty, and what family truly means. These kinds of stories, full of difficult emotions and complex situations, are tough, but they also show the resilience people can have. What happened next with my father? And what about our search for our biological daughter? There's still so much left undiscovered. If you found this story helpful for your English learning, or if you could relate to the complex emotions, please give this video a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel to keep watching more stories like this. We explore real-life situations and the language used to talk about them.